Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It's a single game return to Los Angeles for the Clippers as they look for a boost from their home crowd. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Yeah, and they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice. Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Harris's shot is good.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Right side Simmons. Here's the lob to the hoop. Pass to Millsap. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Not going to go that time. And the Heat going the other way now. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. Millsap covering. It's tipped. Here's Baines. Here's Jokic. Drops in the layup for 2.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
The Clippers have long labored in the shadow of the Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of ground to make up for the Clippers.
Well, from 1977 to 2011, the Lakers made the playoffs all but 2 seasons and won 10 NBA titles. So in that same time, the Clippers got to the postseason only 4 times and just won 1 series. So, yes, Kevin, you're right. That's a well that you're looking up from if you're the Clippers. But the last 5 seasons, they've been better than the Lakers. Much better.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Bamba. Millsap in the corner. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Here's Simmons. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And the dunk by Bamba.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Back to Jokic. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Jokic.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. And it's Millsap with the ball for Los Angeles. Simmons inside. Oh!
Yikes! Wow. Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it. And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
And here are the Heat now. Simmons. It's good. Simmons got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Stevenson. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And too long on the shot. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And a new group getting ready for Miami. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-6 run. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
Shamet back to Jokic. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Winslow. Pass to Jokic. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Simmons inside the line. With one on the clock.
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the LA Clippers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, I feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well, this Heat team is a collection of a hodgepodge of players, just interesting combinations, guys who can switch all over the floor. But I think they're still trying to find out what their role is, who's going to end up stepping up to be the scorer that they lean on, and they try to be greater than the sum of their parts under Eric Spoelstra. Some nights they are.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
And the Heat culture, not for everyone certainly, intense practices, lot of preparation, demanding fitness standards. There's a lot to digest.
Well, Pat Riley is still around, isn't he, Kevin? So with that fact, Eric Spoelstra doesn't stray too far from what it is that brought Pat Riley a ton of success in Miami in setting up that culture and that sort of work mentality on a daily basis. You got to be tough and you got to be willing to work if you're in Miami. Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Cornette. Jokic, no good.
Just shocked that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Simmons on the wing. 14 points for him. Drills it from outside. Millsap's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Well, mostly a smallish banger when he came into the league. Millsap has modernized his game. That's a lot of hard work, and it's going to add to his longevity.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Now, Jokic following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. Jokic inside. They kick it out to Green. Offensive rebound. Back to Jokic. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. There's Winslow. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shamet. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position as we knew it is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric, screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're and go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to a game in the 80s. It's the exact opposite. It was like, you know, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
The Heat trailed by 3. Now Bledsoe still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That ties the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost. and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
And here is Cauley Stein following the three from Eric Bledsoe. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. And Bledsoe, here we go. Pass to Jokic. Fires for three. Back to Harris. From outside the arc. Cauley Stein grabs the board. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Bamba. Count it, good. Bamba's got his third bucket of the night.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
51 seconds left in the first half. Stolen by Bledsoe.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Pippen. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
You combine the athleticism with the size of Cauley Stein, and it's a lot for teams to deal with, especially when he's driving into the hoop.
And the slam dunk by Pippen.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Miami ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Back to Bledsoe. Shoots the 3. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Miami Heat. A 2-point game. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Back to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Outside for Pippen. Back to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Yep, it counts. 7 points for Mikal Bridges.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Out to the right wing. Millsap misses. The Heat with the lead. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot. You have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. To the middle. Here's Baines. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job, because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Nailed from three-point land. Millsap's got it all tight. Up now for the Clippers. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Brent, you think about Paul Millsap, not a top 10 draft pick, not even taken in the first round.
Yeah, how about that? 47th pick in the second round, and nothing really has been handed to Paul Millsap. He's earned every bit of it, and that's why even to this day he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Winslow with it. Over to the left wing. Miami no good on that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
In the corner, Bamba with it. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's the Heat with the ball. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. And the next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. That will be the third of the 6-game road trip. Pass to Cornette. Good work defensively by Millsap. And here's the fast break, and Bamba leading the way. And the dunk by Bamba.
Just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
Out left to the wing. Shamet. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
It's stolen by Smith. Floats it up for Millsap. Back to Stevenson. To the paint. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Winslow with it. Bamba picks him up. And it's Jokic in the corner. The fader. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Yeah, nice. Jokic just stepped up, had some poise there. The shot was under pressure, but I don't think he felt it.
Stevenson with the bounce pass. Bamba. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bamba's got 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Millsap asked to do a lot, and tonight he's delivering on every level.
Pass to Green. Jokic high post. He's got 23. And Cornet gets it to go. Cornet's got his second bucket tonight.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Simmons inside. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Smith for 3. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Winslow to the middle. Shamet. And there's another one for the Heat.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get.
Paul Millsap has been leading the charge for the LA Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Now a timeout called by Miami. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He told them, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Back to Cauley Stein. Lays it up off the glass. Cauley Stein's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Working tirelessly on the stroke. Tobias Harris trying to find consistency with that shot.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside. And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
Pass to Allen. And here's Jackson. Allen outside. Over Bledsoe. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Well, Cauley-Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
It's Jokic top of the key. Yep, that one goes. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. And Jackson gets it to go.
You know, he talks so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Pass to Harris. Back to Bledsoe. Jokic on top. Over Cauley-Stein. The Heat keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Jumps up. The kick out to Matthews. Buries the corner three. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Just feel like Willie Cauley-Stein getting more comfortable the more time he's gotten in his young career and showing signs of being a passer.
The Heat making a switch here. Pass to Jokic. Back to Bledsoe. Looking to end the run. Miami no good on that time either.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Millsap with the steal. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. The Heat trailed by 16. Got that one up quick. Harris has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Heat.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Outside Millsap.
So strong and so tough as a defender. Great on-ball defense from Bledsoe.
Pass to Baines. Fires from deep. And Bamba pulls it down. Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And Eric Bledsoe is working on that range, and that one was deep.
Knocked away. And stolen by Harris. Pass to Jokic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Mohamed Bamba.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Bledsoe. Jokic, no good.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you got to be relentless in this game, or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And here is Simmons. Smith on the wing. Back to Simmons. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us.